Hi, this is Kelly. How's everybody doing out there today? Today, I just wanted to share with you some insights from Bob Proctor. And this guy is like super successful, and he used to, well, he still does. He studies all types of things, which he claims has made him very successful over the years. Um, that's a little bit he's done on the science of getting rich. Basically, it's creating magical business and a life. Um, and basically, he starts off by saying that this is a decision, and all you have to do is to make a decision. Which, you know, some of you might say, "Yeah, right, okay, whatever." But it can be that simple. Um, and um, and he also goes on to say that it is true that you can earn all that you want to earn. So some of you, how many of you have been trying to earn a lot of money for quite a long time? I would imagine quite a few of you have. Um, how many of you are having difficulty trying to earn this money? Maybe some of you are just trying to keep the wolf away from the door. Why is it that 1% of the population is earning about 95% of all the income earned in the world? There's probably a reason for that. It's not like 10% or 50. It's only one. So there's something very unique. If you take the three H's, happiness, healthy, and wealth, how would you rate yourself in these areas? Are you are you striking out? Are you hitting home runs in these areas? How do you feel health-wise? Are you sick a lot? Do you have headaches? Um, it's not necessarily that you have a headache and you can't get rid of it. It might be just that you just don't know how to get rid of it yet. You're not aware of the answer that can bring your health up to par. What are your beliefs? What are your inspirations, your actions, and your habits towards the three H's? Um, there's some people that have headaches. They take action. They do something. They learn how to. Maybe it could be food allergy. Could be maybe you just need a little salt in your diet. Could be a lot of different things. I actually dated a gal years ago that she almost died, and it had to do with other things like her blood pressure. She used to get migraine headaches. She'd have to lock herself in a room. She couldn't have any light coming in. And I said, well, what did you do to, straighten all that out? She said, I ate salt. I'm like, really? She's like, yeah. She started drinking like Gatorade that's got sodium in it. And, but yeah, it's just, that's just one example. But there's a lot of different things. You can also go on myhomeremedies.com is a good place to search out any ailment you might have. People of all different age ranges on there that you might find an answer to your health ailment. Um, to change your life, you have to change your life. Now that sounds really simple, um, but really, uh, it is really an inside job between your ears. That's where it all starts, and that's probably 80 or 90% of the game. You get that right between your ears, like the one percenters do, and it just takes off from there. So it's not like if your job ain't going well, what's the answer? Go change jobs, move to a different city? No, it starts here. Is where the answer is. Um, and there's another interesting thing. We're either learning or we're not. There's people who are learners, and then there's people who are the learned that think they know it all. And you know, everything is forever changing. So you're either left in the past in a different reality, or you're changing with the times. And the way technology's going nowadays, I mean, we're always going to advance towards the future. You're not going to stop that. So you do need to play the game that's currently being played, or you will uh, fall behind. So if you want to be successful, um, forever be learning and changing. We've already got everything that we need. We're simply not aware of it in some cases. Um, seeing something in yourself that you weren't aware of before. So if you like watch a movie twice, you say, "Oh, I didn't see that before." Well, actually, it's just something that you didn't see in yourself and that you weren't aware of before. So, if you read a book twice or whatever. And then money. Um, this stuff can't talk, but it can hear. If you call it, it will come. This is a guy told this to Bob Proctor years ago, and Bob at the time was broke, and he was like, "What?" He said, "I almost felt like starting to holler, call that money." Um, so you got to understand how to get the money. Here's an excellent book. You may have heard of it before, Think and Grow Rich. Some people might say, "Well, I've heard people suggest this book a million times." Well, have you read the book through? How many times have you read it? The author of this book studied 500 of the most successful people. They studied 500 of the most successful people. Do you think the author might know something that you don't? When money starts coming in the book, Earl Nightingale says, when money starts coming in, it'll come in so fast and furious that you'll wonder where it's been hiding through all those lean years. And Bob Proctor, actually, as he was reading this book, he found that to be very true. Because he used to be broke, and then I think he made like $75,000 after reading the book the first year. While he was reading the book, and then the next year he just blew that right out of the water. You do things in a certain way, so it's not what you do; it's how you do them. What matters is two people could seemingly be doing the identical thing, but one will be putting intent or the purpose, so you keep the end in mind. What do you want the end result to be? So what is your intent? And putting energy into it. That's what matters, is what you're doing it with, is this intent and energy. Don't be a go-getter. They end up being losers and they just blow it. Be a go-giver. The law says that what you put into, you will get back. And this is how the universe will reward you by law. Here's a secret. Sit down and decide what you want. Write it on a card. Carry the card in your pocket and read it as often as possible every day. This you'll find is the secret, secrets to talk about in Think and Grow Rich. No, I could ask you how many of you people have written this on a card and carry it in your pocket. I'll be the first to admit that I haven't done that. I think I actually did. Might have done that a few years ago, but somehow it found its way out of my wallet. I do however, have a vision statement, which is a piece of 8.5 by 11 on my wall of my office, and I do read that. I need to be reading that every day, but I do read that very frequently. But I am going to write out a card as well, and here's an example of the card down here. I want to have in my possession by New Year's Day of 2024, which is about a decade away now, $50,000. So personalize this. What is it that you want? You may want this. You may want something else. Keep reading it, and keep reading it, and keep reading it. After a while, you start to think of your mindset will be you'll be thinking of earning money, whereas before you might have been thinking of debt. If your goal is to get out of debt, you'll probably be broke until you die. Because we become what we think about. We think about what we think about, we attract, like a magnet. So go where the money is. If someone says there's money in cleaning floors, what do? Bob Proctor, years ago, he started cleaning an office, and then it was more and more offices, and it grew into a business, and he branched it out into other cities. Something inside of yourself will begin to shift, as it did for Bob years ago, and you can get Earl Nightingale's condensed version of the book and listen to the audio is the condensed version, I believe. So listening to audios and reading books is one of the things that the 1%ers do, and if you want to be in that club, the exclusive club, That's what we need to be doing also. I do love to read books. Currently reading The Laws of Success, 16 Laws of Success. Just an excellent, excellent book. All right, this is Kelly. There's a link below. Check it out. If you're looking for a great way to make money online, it's my sole focus. And I hope everybody has a great rest of their day. Peace out.